Alright, welcome back to our Let's Play of The Witcher 3. We are just got to White Orchard, and it's time to start talking to the locals. See if we can find Yennefer.
I'm looking for someone.
And we seek some peace and quiet.
Out of my face, freak, for your breath sours my beer.
Okay. Options marked the upside down triangle. We'll make use of the Axii sign. This sign influences people's minds, causing them to act according to your will. To charm more stubborn individuals who would otherwise resist during a conversation, invest in the delusion ability in the character panel. Well, no use talking to somebody who doesn't want to talk to us. So.
Waste of words. Don't have time for your kind.
Smart. Nor do we have time for yours.
Okay.
More. There are 4 factions.
For what?
Oh, okay, so we have a
Teams, suits,
stash.
similar to clubs and spades.
You can store weapons, armors, and junk in your stash for safekeeping. Confident they will not be stolen or otherwise disappear. You can access your stash in a number of places throughout the world. Item stores in your stash in one location will be available in all other locations as well. Stash locations are always visible on the map. Look for the chest icon. Okay, nothing in our stash yet. Nothing worth putting in there.
Wouldn't you rather play war? It's like to be near
Gaunter
your game
O'Dim.
in the noggin.
Looking for a woman.
Like everyone.
Not like everyone. And not just any woman. Mine smells of lilac and gooseberries, dresses in black and white.
2 schnapsies. It'll lift your spirits.
Fine, I'll have a drink. Can we cut to the chase? You seen her or not?
Yennefer of Vengerberg.
Never mentioned her name.
Yet you described her perfectly. And once I hear something, I never forget. Can't help it.
How do you know Yennefer?
What a question. Master Dandelion's ballads, of course. The only way a humble merchant might hope to rub up against greatness. Unless, that is, he's as lucky as I am.
And runs into a very patient witcher.
It's a Geralt of Rivia himself. The Butcher of Blaviken.
Recognize me from Master Dandelion's ballads too?
To your health.
What do you do? Who are you?
A mangy vagrant. Gaunter O'Dim, at your service.
Vagrant. That a profession now?
Once a merchant of mirrors. The madding crowd dubbed me Master Mirror, or the Man of Glass.
You seen Yennefer?
Deepest apologies, but I must ask. Is this about love?
Guessed it. It's love.
I knew it at once.
What do you know? Tell me.
Before you appeared, it never occurred to me that might have been Yennefer. Who would have thought?
Get to the point.
An Nilfgaardian scout from the local garrison saw her.
Where?
At their camp. She rode in there. Dark of night. Black and white. Gooseberries and... Yes, I know. Had a terse exchange with the garrison commander and raced off.
Where to?
I'm not omniscient. Ask at the garrison.
Thanks.
We men of the road must stick together. Perhaps one day I'll be in trouble and you'll be nearby to help.
Okay. Quest updated. Lilac and gooseberries. Okay. Well, do you want to come here and learn a little bit about,
What a waste
Gwent?
of time! The Earth shall revolve around the sun before you comprehend these rules.
Got a minute?
Why not? Aldert Geert, Assistant Professor in Contemporary History at Oxenfurt Academy.
Geralt of Rivia, Witcher, with tenure. I'm looking for a woman. Long hair, dressed in black and white. Seen anyone like that?
Of course not! Unlike the populace, I know the horsewoman of war is pure poppycock.
Horsewoman of War? What's that about?
Folk say an omen. A beautiful phantom rides the fields at night, looks as you described her. Armies follow her, and all who cross her path meet with misfortune.
I can vouch for the last bit. Know where they saw her?
No, facts interest me, not fairy tales.
Not a place I'd ever expect to find a scholar. Take it you're fleeing the war?
Quite the opposite. Chasing it. I'm headed for the front.
Tired of life?
I seek knowledge, which I value more than life itself. I've a thirst no dusty old tomes can quench. I wish to see the Nilfgaardian invasion with my own eyes, understand it, and record it all in my chronicle, my magnum opus.
Interesting. We need somebody to describe war, what it's really like. Not colorful banners and generals making moving speeches, but rape, violence, and thoughtless cruelty.
Ah, I see you lack the polish of the Academy. Rape and cruelty are details of no import to the war's course. Trinkets on the garment of conflict, one might say.
Tell that to the people whose houses burned down. War reached Novigrad yet?
Nope, but it's only a matter of time. Nilfgaard on one bank, Redania on the other, drooling over the city like dogs over a juicy bone.
Many a ruler's choked on that bone.
True. We value our liberty in Novigrad, and we know how to fight for it.
The scholars especially.
The sword is not the only weapon. Do not forget, architects from our academy designed the city walls. Walls no war machine has ever crumbled.
Gotta go. So long.
A moment, Witcher. You strike me as a man of the world. Are you familiar with Gwent?
No, and I don't have time to learn.
But the rules are quite simple. Come, let's play.
Okay, options marked with cards. We'll begin a game of Gwent. Yeah, let's try it out.
Why not?
Splendid. Here's how it's done.
Yeah, we definitely need the tutorial. Welcome to Gwent. Gwent is an ancient dwarven card game that simulates the clash of two armies in battle. The players are generals, and their cards are their forces. You'll go first. Choose a card to redraw. To begin, you draw 10 cards. This will be your hand for the rest of the match. You will not draw any more cards, so use these wisely. Unit card strength. This is a unit card. Okay. The number in the upper left corner indicates its strength, so strength of 1. When placed on the battlefield, this value is added to the total strength of the player who placed it. Okay. So, Cadwini Siege Expert. You gotta recalibrate the arm by 5 degrees. Do what by the what now? Okay, morale boost. Okay, the symbol morale boost adds +1 to all units in the row, excluding itself. So it's worth 1, but adds 1 to a bunch of things. Okay, the unit's combat row icon. This icon indicates the row of the battle where the card can be played. So close combat, ranged combat, or siege combat. So this is Siege Expert is a siege combat. Sabrina Glesvig is ranged, and the Redian Foot Soldier is close combat. So 114. Okay. Unit card special abilities. Some unit cards have special abilities. The Cadwini Siege Expert special ability is called Morale Boost, which grants +1 strength to all units on the same row. Weather cards. Weather cards are a type of special card. They reduce the strength of all cards of a given type on the battlefield, including your own. Okay. So, Fighting Frost sets the strength of all close combat cards to 1 for both players. So then it's strictly strictly about numbers. At the start of each game, you can select up 2 cards to discard and redraw. Let's skip that for now and go straight to playing. Round start. Here's your battlefield. This is your side. Opponent side. So we have close combat, ranged, and siege. During each turn, a player may place 1 card in the battlefield or pass. Leaders. Each deck has a leader. The leader grants you a special ability which can be used only once during a battle. Trigger the special ability at any point by pressing square. Playing cards. Press X to select a card from your hand. Press X again to place it on the battlefield. Your turn. Okay. Hold to pass. So in life we have 10. I have 10 cards. He has 10 cards. We each have 2 gems. 0 to 0. Okay, King Foltest. Oh, Foltest, King of Temeria. Okay, so it is natural and beautiful that a man should love his sister. So we saw that in the TV show. Leader ability. Pick an impenetrable fog card from your deck and play it instantly. Okay. Not sure what that is. So he can Emir Var Emiris, His Imperial Majesty. This guy's wept when my Pavetta died. They will not weep for me. Pick a torrential rain card from your deck and play it instantly. Okay. And then 26. Cards that are deck. Okay, let's see. Okay. So basically it wipes out our close combat. Does the same thing for siege. Okay. So 1, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. Okay, total strength. The number on the left icon shows the total strength of your units. The number on the right shows the total strength for that row. Both values are updated when the card is played. At the end of the round, the player with the highest total strength wins. During your turn, you can pass by holding triangle. Once you pass, you cannot play any more cards that round. Your opponent can continue playing cards until he or she passes as well. You should pass when you are confident you can win with the units you already have in play, or let your opponent win and save your cards for the next round. Round ends once both players have passed. The player then compare the total strength of their units to determine the winner. All the cards on the battlefield are discarded and both players' total strength is reset to 0. Okay, let's see what he does. 2. Oh, he 1-ups me. Okay. Okay, if we're gonna play the siege, we want to play both of those sieges in the same round. go and play a 4. There's a 4, so he's still at 1. Yeah, let's go and play that. Only playing Siege, so I don't have any blank close up. Scene 6, we're up 1. Let's go and play another card because we. Let's go and blank his siege card because we're not going to use it when we use our siege. So he's got 4 cards left. So we're gonna have to. If we give up, he's just gonna play a card and win. So let's play ours. Make sure we win at least 1 round. Wow. I guess we'll pass. We're not going to play all our cards. If we play all our cards, then we won't be able to win because we have to win 2 rounds. So he's going to play a card and win this. Yeah, so we're going to lose this. We have to play that. So we won the round, but if he has anything above a 1 that's not in the... Oh. We get to draw a card? Wait, how did this trigger? What triggered? Impenetrable fog. Okay, we could have played that earlier. Okay, so this guy plays card next to the same name to double the strength of both cards. Well, I think we might actually pull this off depending on what he plays. Okay. So I think if we go Ari, I think if we do that, then he goes down to 1. He has no cards to play. And we play our 1 and we beat him. So that was an ugly game, but we won. Victory pro tip: there is no shame in passing and letting your opponent win a round. Sometimes it's better to save your cards for later. Each deck also features its own heroes. Heroes are high value cards immune to the effects of special cards. These powerful cards can turn the tide of battle. Acquire more powerful cards by completing certain quests or purchasing them from vendors. Okay.
Well, you've a knack for this game. If you ever find yourself in Oxenfurt and wish to play a true master, ask for Stepan. A simple innkeep by trade, but a true maestro when it comes to Gwent.
I'll remember that. Thanks.
You've got a new Gwent card. If you want to examine it, open the game menu and go to the Gwent deck panel. Mercurius Guide to Gwent. Sultan Jabay. When one of your quests is updated, a notification will appear on the left side of the screen. If you're not currently tracking the updated quest, you can press R3 to start tracking it. Collect them all. Okay. Let's look at quests. So secondary quests. Collect them all. Complete your collection of Gwent cards. In his previous adventures, Geralt had gained fame as master dice poker player. Yet having mastered all the challenges in this arena, he had no choice but to find another in which to garner more laurels. He thus decided to take up Gwent, and since he aimed to play at the highest levels, he felt that he had to gather a complete collection of all the cards available, including some which could only be had by winning them off the best players around. Okay, we've completed Kaer Morhen. Every story has a start somewhere. This one starts in the guest room at Kaer Morhen, the stronghold of the Witchers in the Blue Mountains. It starts with Geralt taking a bath, disproving the theory that Witchers neglect personal hygiene. But as he's bathing, he's brusquely interrupted by Yennefer. Does she ever interrupt in any other way? She reminds him that he was supposed to train with Ciri. What could our hero do but bid the sorceress farewell and descend into the courtyard of the fortress? Little did he know that this would mark the start of a great adventure. As it turned out, all that happened at Kaer Morhen was but a dream, the kind that wakes even Witchers, screaming a cold sweat on their brow. Geralt crouched by the fire and surveyed the land. A land ravaged by war, signs of battle stretched to the horizon. But he had not chosen this campsite for its view. Yennefer's trail had brought him there. Okay. And we are on Lilac and Gooseberries. Yennefer had contacted Geralt, finally. They had not seen each other in years, and she sent him in the letter smelling of lilac and gooseberries, of course, asking him to meet her in the village of Willoughby. About a matter of great importance, she had written. So as was his wont, when it came to all things, Yennefer, the Ridgeway stopped at breakneck speed. Alas, he arrived too late. Passing armies had razed Willoughby to the ground. Yennefer was nowhere in sight. With the help of Vesemir, whom Geralt had encountered along the way, Geralt picked up her trail, which the two Witchers then followed. Yen had ridden north, traversing wild lands and battlefields at great speed. She was in a hurry, perhaps she was in trouble. Okay. Potions. A Miraculous Guide to Gwent book. Uses magic to show the number of cards missing from your collection. Okay, the Tome you hold in your hands, commissioned by the most gracious Duke de Berry, shall make use of magic most arcane to display which Gwent cards are currently missing from your collection. You need but open it and repeat in your mind, how about a round of Gwent, and the following shall appear. Velen 52, Novigrad 35, Skellige Islands 28, White Orchard 7, Royal Palaces of Invezima 1, Kaer Morhen 1. Number of new cards which can still be won from players of no particular renown or skill 47. So it looks like We have 7 of them we can still win here. I wonder, does that show up in the books? Okay, so we don't actually need to keep the book. Okay, we'll come back and play him in the future. Let's go track down Yennefer first.
Done drinking?
Mm-hmm.
Then fuck off.
Don't want your kind here.
Haven't done anything to you, so just calm down.
These aren't the droids you're looking for?
Of course not. You done nothing.
Horsel's working witchcraft. Get him!
She's not allowed during combat?
Nice meeting you.
Where'd the other guy go? Oh. So it wouldn't let me access.
Lad went missing one day, so I hope Lad started poking him, asking.
Okay. So we should save our game.
Aye, so it were. Except it was some drowning that sucked over. Witcher had naught to do with it. What did the folk do? They could have sewed his head back on. Well done.
Giddy up. Slow now.
Freak.
That's it, Roach.
Don't you look at me.
There's our friend Simple Jack.
We meet again.
Thank you for saving me. People say all kinds of things about witches, but I've always known yours to be an honorable guild.
So you managed to salvage some goods.
Yes, but I await the repair of my wagon. As time passes, my losses grow. Do you need something? I'll let it go half free.
Let me have a look at your stock.
Okay. Temerian armor. Requires level 4. That's good though. Temerian horse blinders. Okay, 183. Okay. Temerian saddle. Won't tire as easily. Okay. Saddlebags. Okay. So pretty expensive. Okay, full test. Dragon Hunter. Okay, so catapult. Strength 8, siege, Tight Bond. Place next to cards with the same name to double the strength of both cards. So having a bunch of catapults is good. But they're better used in the same round, not multiple rounds. Blue Stripe Commando Gwent card. Close Combat 4, Tight Bond. Okay, I already have this item, but having more is better. Grenfrid Reaver's Dragon Hunter Gwent card. Ranged Combat 5, Tight Bond. Okay. Okay, so Northern Realm. Leader, okay. That's a different. White has a different back. Lord Commander of the North. Clear any weather effects resulting from biting frost, torrential rain, or imperial fogs in play. Seems like a good trick. Torn up page, Griffin Decoction. Okay. So I think we'll want to get that as soon as we kill the Griffin, because then we'll be able to make it. Okay.
Take care.
So cool stuff. Lots of people talking about lots of things.
Heading over to Yaggles to see.
What do I know?
It's Durban now. D-E-R-V-A-N. Not Voidemort.
Okay, notice boards. Girl has learned from experience that to keep a close eye on his surroundings as he travels, for he never knows when he'll run into someone or something of interest, a damsel in distress, a merchant peddling rare wares, or a nest of pesky monsters. Such locations are marked on your map with the following icons. So notice board, quest giver, merchant, armorer, blacksmith, herbalist, alchemist, place of power, monster nest, armorer's table, grindstone. So let's see what's on here. Wanted, deserter. Last night a soldier fled from the army camp under cover of darkness. The wanted man, a recruit who recently volunteered to join his Imperial Majesty's service, goes by the name of Odrin. He claimed to be a Cadwini by birth, but said King Henselt's misrule had convinced him to join the Imperial Army. He was part of said institution for merely 2 days, but he managed to eat and drink enough in that time for an entire regiment of dragoons. Anyone with information about it, this deserter's present location is to report to the garrison at once. Description: modest stature, wiry, thin, with thinning hair. He fled in his undergarments by squeezing through the latrine's drainage system. Probably thus reeks like an old boar. Characteristic marks can be easily recognized by his voice, which had the telltale rasp of a hardened alcoholic. Anyone found providing shelter or sustenance to the deserter will be subject to a summary court-martial. The New Order. This Thursday, all peasants living nearby are invited to come listen to Captain Peter Sar Gwynleve speak on the subject of laws soon to be introduced in these lands by writ of our most gracious sovereign Emir Var Emiris. Attendance is not obligatory, but every resident of White Orchard should partake of this opportunity to learn what rights they will enjoy and duties they will have under the new order. Good folk, you no longer live in a barbarous land where every man does as he sees fit. You now are part of a great empire of Nilfgaard. Nilfgaardian law now protects you, yet it also ascribes your new obligations. Imperial forces have brought you the torch of enlightenment. Grab hold of it, and your dark age shall soon give way to a bright new era. Death to invaders. Hark, fair folk of the north, if you've a yearning for freedom, if you're prepared to take up arms against the motherland, to defend the motherland, head to the woods. We grow stronger by the day, and will soon show the Nilfgaardian vermin that the Temerian nation will not bear its yoke without a fight. If your heart bleeds blue and golden lilies, you will sooner die for your country than live as a slave to foreigners. Let us swear by our forefathers who fell to the peace at Sodden By the souls of the dead buried at Brenna, to arms. Hear fireworks going off outside. I don't know if you're picking that up or not on the mic. But if you are, that's what those popping sounds are. Hail, Curzair, Air, Glor, Ard, Fain, Esnair. Don't understand what you just read? No wonder. It is Nilfgaardian, and soon half the world will be speaking this mysterious tongue. So you best start learning it now, and yours truly can help you with that for a very modest fee. Ernest of Vicovaro. Missing brother. Bastian, my brother, went off to fight the Black Ones. I have reason to think he stood in the great battle nearby. He's not returned to this day. Like many others, you'll say, and you'll be in the right. But if he fell, I know it's like he did. I'd give him up to the ground the least, like our fathers have done always. I'd bury him beneath the barrow where our parents lie, not leave his corpse to be ate by the corpsers prowling the battleground. So I seek a brave man able with sword and willing to venture out with me to find Bastian. I won't pay much, for sure, for I've not much to give, but I'm not stingy with gratitude and sure to show it aplenty. Any man willing to help, look for the raised hut along the road to the White Orchard, just near the bridge. I've made camp there. Dune Vildenvert. Contract. Devil by the well. Good folk. I know there's a war on, and every man's got trouble enough of his own, but perhaps there's one of you who could help help a father in need. You all surely know the well in the ruined village, and the devil that guards it with a jealous fury. If you don't know, well, come ask, and I'll tell you all about it. Whoever drives that monster away from the well will get a fat purse full of gold. Just don't tarry, for it's an urgent matter. Okay, so we can take these. I don't think all of them actually do stuff, but there's much interest to be found in the worlds, dense forests, and fog-clad swamps. Whenever you peruse a notice board, question markers will appear on your mini-map to indicate potentially interesting places. Seek them out to learn what secrets they hold. Undiscovered location. Okay. Okay. So we're going to have to head all the way up here to the Nilfgaardian garrison. Wolfsong Bridge. I think this might be the place with the well. I think that's the well right there. I remember having to fight a spirit there. So it's been about 4 years since I played this, so there's things I remember and things that are very hazy. Okay.
What'd you say? Who told you?
Brother missing.
Jetty.
Okay, contract by the devil. Contract devil by the well.
Never. And you're not to play.
Missing in action.
Jetty's my best mate.
What the fuck am I to do? Hey! What?
What happened here?
Oh, got a wee bit chilly the night, so I set fire to my forge. Got it nice and roaring. Roasted some wieners. What do you think happened, dimwit? Some bugger set alight me workshop. I've lost everything. Everything!
Sorry. Any suspects?
Whole damned village. I've lived here half a century. Thought they saw me as one of their own. But everything changed when the Black Ones came. I'm the only smith around, so I got to serve as their garrison. Bang dents out of plate, shoe horses. That sort of thing. Nilfgaardians don't pay me a bloody copper. Just give me supplies and orders. But humans can't fathom that. They think I'm getting rich off their misfortune. That I sleep on a pile of gold like a ploughing dragon. They've stopped talking to me. Spit when I pass. And now this.
I can find your arsonist, provided you're willing to pay.
I've not much left, but I'll give you all if you bring me that horse in, so that he gets what he deserves. The night of the fire, I heard movement outside my hut. Went out to see if I could find any tracks, but found nothing. But then I haven't got cat eyes, have I? Good luck.
Okay. Okay, the world is brimming with interesting places filled with danger or treasure. Such sites are marked on your minimap with the following icons. Hidden treasure, danger, a dungeon, monster nest, place of power, person in distress, spoils of war, smuggler's cache, guarded treasure, abandoned site, bandit camp, monster den. Okay, we sharpened our sword. Okay. Let's go ahead and get on our horse.
Hey, yeah.
Don't you look at me.
Slow now. Whoa. Faster. Come on now.
Okay, see a quest over here. Talk to old woman.
Lost your key, ma'am?
No, not me key. Me pan. It's always sat there empty, this hut. That is, till the night afore the battle. A man arrived, walked right in like 'twere his own. Was standing at me window, peering at the goings-on. He must avoid me, 'cause next I knew, there he was, coming my way. So, I grabbed me pan, for protection, see? But he just asks all polite, Gran, got any birch bark by chance? Lilac berries or even a few coals? Nay, says I. And you must be right daft to pester folk at night with such foolery. But I sees he ain't listening. Just staring at me pan like a magpie at a copper. Lend it to me, Gran. I'll give it back come morn. He's right baffled for what's he doing, frying in the dark. But I've got a soft heart, so I gave it to him.
Interesting. What happened then?
Afore dawn, another rode up to the hut. But come morn, only the first fella left. Locked the door, hopped on his horse, and that were all I saw of him, and me pan. 'Twere old, black with soot, not worth much, I suppose, but I've no other. Will you help me, dearie? Bring an old widower pan. I could never break down that door myself. And in truth, I'm afeard to go in any road. Such a stench wafting out. Methinks the other fellow. Well, there he's lying there.
Never taken on a pan contract. Fine, I'll go in, look around. You should wait here, just in case.
A frying pan, spick and span. Destroying objects. Some objects can be destroyed. Such objects are marked with the Ard icon. To destroy objects, to open up a path, face them and cast the Ard sign. You can also try hacking at them with your sword, but note that not everything can be destroyed in this manner. Another option is to toss a grape shot bomb at the object, but be careful not to get hurt by the explosion. Boom. Tungsten plate, some orange. Rotting flesh. Don't know why I need that. Then Vala's runestone and oil.
A corpse. Explains the stench. His throat. He was garroted. And some old scars. Kind of soldier might have.
What's that, dearie?
Nothing. Nothing.
Demarian Poniard, cured level, Lesser Velas Runestone, Diagram, Blunt Crossbow Bolts, Forktail Decoction. Okay, can't take the...
Documents, almost entirely burnt. A few pieces still legible.
But when I gab to myself, they say I'm going barmy.
And when you arrange to meet, you fucking show up. I did, risking my life, and the entire blasted operation ended up standing there with my plow and cock in my hands, waiting for nothing. I thought the Nilfgaardian army was better organized than that. But you, legible. Tell that blessed Lord General of yours that me and my companions don't hold grudges, so we won't break off negotiations. But since our old plan's gone tits up, this time we'll choose the time and place for the next meeting. Good folk, I know there's war on every man's got trouble enough of his own, but perhaps there's one of you who could help a father in need. Oh, that's the ruined village. Devil guards. Okay. Honeycomb, Temerian rye, water.
The priceless frying pan. Scrubbed clean. Looks like the mystery man didn't need the pan so much as the soot off it to make ink, write letters.
Found the pan, have ye?
So it had the Ard symbol, but now it just has the Igni symbol.
Here, your frying pan.
Mine? But mine were black with soot. and I could see myself in this one if I wanted. But them years are past.
It was the soot the man needed. He scraped it off to make ink. Must have had an urgent letter to write. Urgently burned some other documents too.
And the other fellow?
Dead. Round up a few boys and bury him outside the village. Deep, so the necrophages don't dig him up. And take my advice. Don't mention this to the Nilfgaardians.
Hang about! You've earned a token of thanks. Here, sonny, for the road.
What do we get?
Fry up a nice white fish for or a pipe.
Okay, 10 XP. Ah, baked apples. Oh, and bread. Apple juice. Showing something breakable. Oh, so the flame you can put out with force.
His throat. He was garroted. And some old scars. Kind of soldier might have.
Okay. Oh, but I found a sword. Let's see if it's any good. Velos runestone. That's for Velos runestone. Temerian Poniard. 28 to 34. So it's more damage, but does more damage. So I'm comparing Temerian Poniard with this 22 to 26 with 25 armor piercing. Okay, so it says the DPS goes up. It's not as good against armored.
Let's go. Medallion's humming. Place of power. It's gotta be.
Okay, dog tallow. We need that for something. Oh! Wraith mutagen. Wolf's liver. Okay. Character levels. When you have gained a certain number of experience points, you advance to the next level. You get experience points for killing monsters and completing quests. You receive ability points every time you gain a level. Using these points, you can acquire new abilities and improve the ones you already have. An ability's color indicates what branch it belongs to. Okay. Select ability development. Okay. So we have combat, signs, so combat, magic, alchemy, general, and mutagens. Wraith mutagen, so 50 vitality. Okay, so for 1 point, sun and stars. During the day, vitality regenerates an additional 10 points per second when not in combat. At night, stamina regenerates for an additional 1 point per second during combat. So stuff during the day and at night. Survival instincts increases maximum vitality by 500, so extra life. Cat school techniques. Each piece of light armor increases critical hit damage by 25% and fast attack damage by 5%. Cool. So media. So we put on light armor, we're good at fast attacking. Medium armor increases magic, intensity, and stamina regeneration. Okay. Heavy armor increases vitality. Okay, so we have like fast attack, magic, tank. Metabolic control increases maximum toxicity by 30 points. Okay, still don't understand that. Focus. Adrenaline points increase both weapon damage and sign intensity. Okay, that's cool. That means we do more damage the longer we're fighting. Adrenaline burst. Increases adrenaline generation by 5%. Using signs now generates adrenaline points. Okay. Signs can be cast using adrenaline points if your stamina is too low. Steady shot, crossbow bolts deal 25% more damage. Metabolism boost, next level. Okay, they all say next level. If available, adrenaline points will be consumed to reduce the toxicity cost of drinking potions by 33% per point. Does not affect mutagen decoctions. Trick shot. You can shoot one additional bolt before you must reload. Cool. Advanced pyrotechnics. Damage dealt by a bomb's explosion generates 0.1 adrenaline points. Battle frenzy. Instead of its previous effect, battle trance now increases critical hit chance by 8% per adrenaline point. So this changes how battle trance works. Strong back. Maximum inventory weight is increased by 60. Attack is the best defense. Each defensive action generates adrenaline points. Parries 0.1 points. Counterattacks 0.4 points. Dodges 0.3 points. Rolls 0.2 points. Cannot be activated more than once every 5 seconds. So we can't just sit there and roll around 5 times and get ourselves a point. Heavy artillery. Bomb damage is increased by 200%. But the number of bombs in the slots is decreased by 50%. Okay. In combat fires, you ignore bomb and special bolt effects. Gourmet. Eating food regenerates vitality for 20 minutes. Gorge on power. The bonus from a place of power lasts indefinitely. But only one bonus can be activated at a given time. Slot unlocks at level 2. 9. Alchemy, height tolerance, refreshments, poison blades. Roll applied to your blades gives a 3% chance of poisoning the target on each hit. Okay, makes our potions last longer. So it says poisoning the target, but how much damage does poison do? 5% protection. Okay. Bomb creation. Mutation. We know level 1 alchemy formula increases maximum toxicity by 1. Okay, each formula increases by 1. I wonder how many of those we have. Because our toxicity is 100, but I don't know. Okay, well. Signs. Ard sign, this is one of your core abilities. Ard Igni. Well, Igni current damage is 100. Slow for 10 seconds. When absorbs damage totaling 6% of maximum vitality. It's always active. So delusion, target does not also increase the effect of Axii in dialogues. So I wonder if that's something we want to put stuff into or not. Alternate sign mode. Target enemy briefly becomes an ally. Okay, so instead of just taking people out, it brings them to our side. Exploding shield. Queen shield pushes opponent's back when it breaks. Stamina regeneration in combat 0.05. So it just pushes them back. It doesn't actually. So when they hit us, we get a pushback. So that's useful. Creates an active shield, maintaining it and blocking attack during stamina damage and absorbed by shield restores player vitality. Okay. Increases intensity. Reflects 5% of absorbed damage back at to the attacker. So that takes a long time to get, but we would take up when we take up to 6% of our max vitality, then we would hit back with 5% of that. So that's not a lot. Effect scales will sign intensity up to a maximum of 15%. It's 100 damage, which I think is good. Increase the chance to apply burning by 20%. Okay. Shockwave. Ard's range by 1 yard. So you can make it 3 yards farther. Alternate sign mode. Ard strikes all opponents in a certain radius. Knockdown chance is 21% lower. So you can push people back, but less likely to knock them down. Okay. So combat, fast attack, strong attack, defense, marksmanship, battle trance. Each adrenaline point increases weapon damage by 10%. So we can go up to 30%. Next level, adrenaline point loss, taking damage is lowered by 20%. When vitality reaches 0, adrenaline points will immediately be consumed to restore it. The amount restored is based on the number of adrenaline points used. If no adrenaline points are available, a small portion of vitality will be restored. So that means it gives us another life? That's cool. Okay, I think we want to start with either fast attack or strong attack. So we need 8 points to even get down into these other areas. Arrow deflection, that's cool. So I think these battle trance might be useful once we understand how adrenaline works. Let's start with our... Let's start with our fast attack. I think we can change it if we don't like it. Oh, and I think we can put on our... Okay, we can't activate that. Okay, so we're close to be able to make necrophage oil. We just need some of the yellow stuff. If you found a mutagen, use it to enhance your abilities or create a special potion called a mutagen decoction. Okay.
Come on.
Okay, we got a quest out here.
Hey, help a fellow traveler.
Okay, I think I remember this.
What happened?
I think there was like a chase.
Monsters from the swamp. Folks said the road was fraught with peril, but I wouldn't listen. Got my comeuppance now.
Less moaning, more details. What happened, and how can I help? And remember, I don't work for free. Witcher's code and all.
Well, was on my way to the Black Ones to trade. Suddenly my horse got spooked, ran clear off the road. We hit a bump, I went flying and the horse and cart rolled on. Then I heard bubbling, neighing, slurping. Something came out from the muck, devoured Asher, hooves and all. No doubt my goods are still on the cart, but I'm too afeard to go and see. Thought maybe you... I'm most concerned about a little box. Bring it to me. I beg you.
Fine, I'll go. Let you know if I find that box.
Okay. Let's stay on this quest. We'll go to the other one later. I think it's just off here into the swamp, bog, whatever.
Slow now. Slower. Come on.
Okay, we can fast travel. Okay. So, there's our world map. Okay, White Orchard, Duchy of Toussaint. I think that's Heart and Wine. Royal Palace of Vizima, suggested level 2. Velen, suggested level 5. Novigrad, suggested level 10. Skalagos, suggested level 16. Karamorhen. Oh, I'm reading Keep of the Sea of Yore. Home to the School of Witchers. A School of Witchers. The keep is destroyed and its inhabitants murdered during a massive pogrom. Currently only a handful of witches winter here before setting out again on the path. Okay.
Gloire and Kazer!
Military camp. No locals allowed without the express consent of the garrison commander.
I look like a local to you?
You look like trouble.
Dead wrong. I make trouble go away. I'm a witcher.
A witcher? Captain Peter Sagwin Levy is in the tower. Turn right, past the gate.
Guessing your captain's got work for me.
This is the army, Nordling. There is no guessing.
To the tower. Go.
I remember there was something.
Barbarians.
Probably should have saved before I went jumping. Don't think I can make that jump. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and save because I don't know when are you allowed to take stuff and when aren't you? Like, is this?
Calm down, Nordling.
Is it true? Northern women bathe but once every 3 months.
Calm down, Nordling.
So how? I guess I just have to know whether I'm being seen or not. I think they don't care about stealing plants. Okay, well let's go.
there is little left in your granaries. But soldiers are men too, and so they must eat, correct?
Aye, it's...
The plague!
Soldiers just
How
snoring.
much grain will your village give?
Whatever you say, Your Excellency.
Look at my hands. Look. See the calluses? These are not the hands of an excellency, but of a farmer. So we speak peasant to peasant. How much can you give?
40 bushels. There'd be more, sir, but our lads, the Temerians, that is, took from us earlier and...
You will give 30, and that will do. Let us settle on it, and I wish to see the transport soon.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you kindly.
I summoned only the Elderman and the smith, Willis. But it is said he is a dwarf. You are too tall to be him.
Very perceptive of you. Geralt of Rivia, Witcher.
Vatgern. This explains why I did not hear your footsteps. What do you seek here?
Yennefer of Vengerberg. Where was she headed?
That is a military secret.
Haven't thrown me out yet. Haven't called the guards. So go ahead. What's your price?
There is a griffin in the area. Slay it. And then I shall see what I can do.
Why do you care about this griffin?
Because I care about people. The beast has killed 10 already, including a few of my men. To hunt it, I would need to mobilize the entire garrison, comb the woods, organize a batu. Simply impossible.
Too big a hassle?
No. Too high a risk. I cannot disperse my forces. Temeria's army we have crushed, but its common folk remain, ready to answer a call to arms. So, as to this griffin, I can sit on my hands, or hire a professional.
It's a deal. Some questions before I start. Know where the griffin has its lair?
It kept to the Vulpine Woods at first. I sent a patrol there, 5 young men. A hunter found them 2 days on. They only recognized them because they wore our plate. Since then, the griffin has grown bold. Attacks in villages, fields, on the main road.
Meaning it's abandoned its lair. Gonna have to set a trap.
I judge from your tone this will not be easy. What do you require?
I'll need bait. A specific herb. Buckthorn. Scent should lure the griffin from 10 miles off.
Buckthorn? I do not know this. But I am not yet fluent in the common tongue.
Probably mastered the basics, though. Hands up. Kill them.
No. First came idioms. Don't play with fire, for example. Go to Tomira, an herbalist. She lives near the crossroads. She will aid you.
Need more information about this griffin. Its sex. Why it's abandoned its lair.
Shall I bring you witnesses?
They won't say anything I don't already know. I need to go where your men died. Look around. What's the name of the hunter who found them?
Mislav. He has a hut south of the village, very near the wood. Helpful fellow. A little strange, though.
Tomira and Mislav. Thanks.
Es sunt jakten.
Okay, we have the same thing for armor as we had for our weapons.
And Medetta, Estra,
Okay. We'll go ahead and save. And I think right ingredients, find the scripted items you created, categories, select a formula. Yeah, necrophage oil. So much worse though. Wraith mutagen. Okay, so we're now better against necrophages. Okay, so we need one more leather scrap and wire to up our leather jacket.
Password.
Dunno any.
So, out for a little walkie, eh? Counting the Emperor's swords to lull you to sleep? Well, in the army, we've a place for nosy ramblers. The scaffold.
And thick-skulled quartermasters. They got a place.
You're clearly skilled at banter. And haggling? You got a knack for that as well?
Okay.
Show me what you're peddling.
Steel sword. Lots of damage. It's empty, meaning we could put something like sign intensity or sign intensity in there. Okay, that's a big level up if we got to level 2. We're close. 30 to 36. Plus armor piercing, okay. Dorian sword. Temerian poniard. Which we already have one of those, but Valamong sword. That makes a steel weapon. I think. Okay. Yeah, so Velen Longsword is so 2 weapon, 2 damage plus 40 piercing. Five slashing. $38 slashing. Makes it 30 to 36 damage. Okay, well this costs 6 to buy. So these 4 to buy, 4 to buy, 4 to buy, 60, can't make it to level 12, so that's no for now. Lesser Runestone. 2% chance to cause burning. 2% sign intensity. Bleeding. Attack power. Armor piercing. Stagger. Stun. Okay, go to crafting. List of crafting. Okay. Description, blacksmith, art, amateur. Okay. Okay, so sometimes we might want to make those because we can't buy the stuff. Dorian sword. Whoa. Okay, we can buy the stuff straight here. Okay, Velen Longsword. 34 to 42. Plus 7 damage. 31 to 39. 40 to 50. Yeah, we're getting ready to go to level 2, so we shouldn't buy something that we're gonna just out level. So maybe we can make a Dorian sword. Repair. Dismantle. Okay, so he's only doing weapons. So 4, so that's cheap. 8. Okay.
So long.
Lost 3% adrenaline point, gaining critical hit chance. So that'll be a cool sword when we get ready to use it.
have much work to do here. Quite a lot.
Okay, so we have to go after the go after the Griffin in order to find out about Yennefer. So let's go ahead and...
Greetings.
Let me have a look at your stock.
We'll definitely go and buy this, because we're going to want that. So at level 4, we're going to want... Oh, geez, we can't afford all that at level 4. I don't know, I guess we'll see how much money comes in. Could upgrade our horse.
Take care.
Okay. I like the Blue Witcher stuff. I think actually this other dumb looking shirt is better though. Yeah. Okay, we'll have to upgrade our armor as soon as we can. So we can get out of this dumb shirt. Okay, so we've been at this about an hour and a half. Let's go ahead and come back and go after the Griffin, or finish up these the Beast of White Orchard quests next time. So come back for that. So thanks for joining me. Bye.